Hey everybody, Hidden Ptarmigan here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video and hanging out with me a little bit today. We are back in the Season of Discovery, and we are going to head straight to Helcular's Revenge and get to work on that quest. We've got a few things we got to charge in there, I believe 2. And I think the other one is up there. Now, I wonder, are those caves connected in any way, shape, or form, or do we have to go up there? Because those are some high-level characters up that way. All right. Here's our Yetis. Now, we don't have to kill them. So we're not going to if we don't have to. But when they get in our way, which they inevitably will, we will absolutely show them who's boss. You're at Cave Yeti. Hope y'all are having a good day. I appreciate you taking the time to pop by and watch this video for a little bit, even if you're not watching the whole thing, but I appreciate you hanging out with me. There's our first flame of Azel. You know, we're gonna pull a couple because we have Ghost Wolves if we need them. And we'll drop Wind Fury Totem. And we'll go ahead and drop that. Try not to use wolves if we don't have to. Looks like we don't. They're all low level, so no big deal. Just a little risky, but again, we're not playing hardcore or anything, so who cares? It's all good. All about the risk now. For the glory. Oh, a warrior. Dude, I want to roll my Orc Warrior so bad. I just feel like I don't have time to play more than one classic character. Between the retail stuff and, you know, I'm playing retail at the same time and trying to get KSM, and between that, you know, work and, you know, playing other games. Playing more than one character on any version of this game is just such a time commitment. So I just unfortunately don't have time to level the warrior as well, though I really, really want to. I want to find some more time to live stream. I've only done it once, like for real. I've gone live a few times just to test it, but I would really like to live stream. I know some people messaged me about it. So it's definitely in the cards. If I could try to get some more free time on the weekends, maybe I could do a live stream here or there. But for now, we're going to keep doing what we're doing and pumping out these this nice little Let's Play of this Shaman. Since I do enjoy it. Alright, let's head over to Dalaran. Dude, I just love watching the orc get his wings or whatever it's called. Is it sudden death that gets that, or is it a rage? I don't know what it is, but it's cool. We gotta get the Baron too. I don't know if we'll do that today, but definitely gonna head over to Dalaran and do some work over there. Yeah, I really just wish I had more time to like work on other tunes in WoW. I'm such an Altoholic in this game too, so like Actually, YouTube has helped me kind of stick to one character, because I've pretty much, like, I have other Season of Discovery characters that I was playing, but, you know, right now in my free time, I'm playing a lot of Last Epoch, and Oblivion Remastered just came out, which you can bet I'm playing. Big RPG like that, really fun. Loved that game as a kid, so having a ton of fun. If you want to see me play through that on the channel, please let me know. Just go ahead and drop a comment below, and I would absolutely do it. I'll do it if 1 or 2 people comments. That's it. That's all I need to play Oblivion on the channel. But yeah, anyway, I wish I would like to play more WoW in my free time, but I mainly just play WoW for this, because I like it. I wouldn't be playing it if I didn't like it. WoW is still by far my favorite role-playing game of all time. Something about it just really does it for me. Even though, I can't tell you the amount of times I've gone through these zones. Whether Alliance or Horde, it's got to be dozens. Oh, we gotta break we have to kill the prisoners. I forgot about that. Why do we have to kill the prisoners? Oh, they're traitors. Oh, they stole from the Dark Lady, so we have to execute them. Feels a little weird doing this as a shaman, but if we were like an undead, that would be cool. It's 2 traitors down. There's another traitor. Still haven't gotten axe training. We will do it. The next time we go to Orgrimmar, we're getting it. I promise. Promise to myself and to you guys. We will get axe training, especially since we just got an axe. It's a big upgrade over our main hand. Really? Thought I'd be able to fit through that. Love me some potions. Is there a trader in there? No, but I think there is, actually. Here, come out here. Wait, don't... Okay, you're just summoning a friend. You're just gonna summon a bunch of spirits. Yeah, you are. They're just gonna die when they hit my lightning field. Okay. You get the wolves. Pretty sure this room is actually a little tough. I mean, not with wolves, but... Oh yeah, that was a lot. Nice, get wrecked. That was a little sketchy, but we got it done. Killed the traitor, a bunch of guards. Feels good. That's weird. There's no music playing right now. My music is totally on, too. Loot music. Nothing. Ew, that's a little eerie. Playing WoW without music is really eerie. Okay. There it is. Ooh, I don't know why that was a little unsettling. Just like a tiny bit, but it was. Oh, he's part of the Kirin Tor. Are they actually a faction in Classic? I know they are in Wrath, but... Very nice. We're done here. I wonder, is there a way up into the Boulder Fist, like, area ruins up here? Oh, there's the wedding ring. Huh. We could go get the wedding ring. Gives a cape. That does look like a pass. We're gonna go check that out. We're gonna do that. Hear me out. What if the next phase of Season of Discovery? Hear me out. They rebuilt Dalaran. That'd be so cool. Yeah. They put it back. They rebuilt it. They turned this whole area into a city. Dude, that'd be so cool. Dude, Blizzard, come to me with questions about new content. I'll help you make Classic Plus for free. I think Season of Discovery is a great base. We keep rolling with Season of Discovery because I love it. It's so fun. Oh, there's two of them. Do we do it? Dude, they're not provoking us. Oh, we should try it. We should at least try. They're only level 34s. I could probably get them. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna try to kill those two. They're probably gonna annihilate me. Okay. Do we kill the druid first? Or the paladin? Paladin, probably. One down. God, I feel really bad. Okay, we're gonna bow. And we will thank. And we're leaving. Okay, that was my first cold-blooded thing I've ever done in WoW. In Season of Discovery. I will not be farming them. No chance. I am not that kind of person. They do not deserve that. My general rule of thumb for killing people in an MMO is kill them once, and that's it. Like, if they attack you again, you can defend yourself for sure. But don't farm people. Definitely just don't farm people. You know? I think it's kind of rude. Like, it's wasting their time. Like, I know we're all playing on a PvP server and all, and like, yeah, sure, you can go ahead and say, well, if you didn't want to get farmed, then don't play on a PvP server. And you're right. You're absolutely right. 100%. But also, don't be rude. You know, kill them once. They engaged in the PvP combat. It was fun. Paladin kind of ran. This isn't a server where they lose their tunes forever or anything like that. So it's like a one and done. Kill them once. You know, and then be done with it. You know, they didn't actually lose any progress. It's not like you lose any XP in this game. So that's my kind of take on WoW PvP in the open world. Sure, you signed up for it. You know, go do the one PvP, but don't camp people. That's rude. I got camped really bad when we did our Black Fathom Deeps run. We had 10 of us, and we got camped by like a level 60 druid for like 20 minutes. It was kind of awful. Not very fun. It was cool. Like we killed him once, he killed us once. We were like, okay, well, the 10 of us killed a level 60. That's pretty sweet. But that was all well and good. But now I'm like, all right, well, it's over. So I don't know. That's just my thought on PvP in this game. Is like, get it over with. Sorry, rambling a lot right there. But yeah. We're gonna go around this area and find the Baron. Everything. Here's Nancy. I think she's like part of the Scarlet Crusade or something. Is that what she is? Yeah, she's got a Scarlet Crusade armor on. Yeah. Very nice. We're done. And there's Grandpa Vicious. Well, we're not going to kill him. He didn't do anything to us. Oh, so we just killed the interrogator's wife. Rip. Okay. So there's Syndicate here. And we're looking for the Baron. There he is. Okay. Alright, let's start clearing. There's a lot of dudes up here. This is gonna be a little tough. Because they're our level. These are fair fights. Sorta. Alright, I'm gonna hit... Oh my god. Did that? Holy crap. We're out of here. We'll keep fighting you. I cannot believe we just survived that. That was kind of crazy. Little nuts there. Got one down. We're gonna have to maybe pull with Frost Shock or Earth Shock because this is gonna be a little rough. I mean, even with wolves and the damage reduction, this might be tough to just pull the whole group. Like maybe we could like sneak pull just this one. Of course, he's an archer. Why y'all gotta be archers? No. We do have 2 potions. Huh, okay. I mean, 2 of them is hard for us at the moment. I don't want to use wolves right now. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this. They might respawn faster than I can kill them. That guy's what worries me, the Shadow Mage. Look, we could use a grounding totem. Come here, come here. Come up here. Come up here. Those guys hit so hard. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna pull the boss, and it's gonna pull all the saboteurs, and the saboteurs are just gonna range me to death. They're gonna hit, and they hit really hard from range. They hit like they do less damage in melee than they do in range. How did you get up there? But I can't. Yeah, and they're spawning so fast. And he's probably a caster too. What am I supposed to do here? I mean, we could try it with dogs and just get the head, go hard on him. All right. All the totems. We got the head. Go on these two. I cannot believe that worked. I'm shocked that that worked. Very shocked that that worked. Wow. All right. Well, we'll complete the loop, I guess. We'll run up to the Strandbad. That was kind of wild that worked. Oh, we're in combat. Is something chasing us? Oh, it's a syndicate. I'd love to see some Classic Plus where they rebuild some of these cities up here. Like new things get established. Like, so my wish list for Classic Plus would be Quel'Thalas, High Elves or Blood Elves. I don't care. Whatever faction you want. Probably Blood Elves, because Arthas already kind of came through, is technically correct. So that would be really cool. I wouldn't mind a High Elf zone being added. I would love to see maybe Draenei get added. I'm not a huge Draenei player, but like it would be cool to see High Elves, Draenei, Blood Elves, Worgen, and Goblins. So like the Cataclysm races added, like Gilneas populated. Yeah. Basically get the races and classes up to Cataclysm. I put Rockbiter on my main. Whoops, not Wind Fury. Races and classes up to Cataclysm would be sick. That would be huge. I think it would be super cool for them to add hero classes. I think I've talked about this. I know I've talked about this on the channel before. Like, I would love to see Demon Hunters and Death Knights added. But again, the game would have to stay in Classic. Like, it would feel like this. It would play the way Classic plays. You know, maybe it's not the same, you know, not exactly the same. Oh, another axe. We need to train axes because these are both better than what we have. So that's my Classic Plus wish list. More classes and races. And then some new zones, but zones all around, not like just endgame zones. Like, I think Classic's endgame's pretty cool. Maybe like the Scarlet Crusade is really cool that we have like Tyr's Hand and that kind of stuff. Love that. But the Death Knight starting zone really struggles to make sense in Season of Discovery, by the way, because I'm pretty sure that whole area is where the Death Knights typically are. This guy disarmed us. Very nice. He's got the key. Goldir is free.
May your blades never dull.
Alright, he wants us to go to Terran Mill. You're free, Goldir. Don't just hang out here, bro. Let's get out of here. These humans are nasty creatures. Nasty creatures. Okay. Now we're gonna hold off on the Boulder Fist stuff, because that's a 39 elite quest, and I know I don't want to stand there and fight those guys one by one for like 2 hours. We can go do Hammer May Fall, which is in Arathi, but let's go to Terran Mill and turn in what we do have for now. Yeah, okay. What was I saying about Classic Plus? I was talking about, so like races, I would like to see some new races added. And you might say, oh, is that just Cataclysm? Well, no, I'd want the original world to stay relatively the same. But a few new things, like maybe new quest lines and zones, like basically everything they've done in SOD I really like, and it would be really cool if we could add some new races to SOD. Some new race and class combinations. Maybe we add Blood Elves and High Elves. Like an Elven patch would be really cool, where we see, I don't know, I've been thinking about this a lot. I think if they were gonna add elves to this, they should add Blood and High Elves. Because High Elves are still around. Like, the Silver Covenant are High Elves in Wrath. And I think that would be neat. Sort of like, you could have a Blood Elves, like an Elven Civil War patch, where the Blood Elves and High Elves get added, and there's a zone for Blood Elves and High Elves, and the whole starter zone is taking place in the Civil War between the two factions of the Sindor, or the Sun Reavers and the Silver Covenant going to war. It'd be so cool. Oh, you want us to go back? Oh, that's really low level. We're not gonna do that. Yeah, but that'd be pretty cool.
Strength and honor for the Horde. Strength, gold.
All right, Blackmore's Legacy. Now he is in that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the dude who held Thrall prisoner in the books. Thrall, whatever. Yeah, so, okay, I said races, like an Elven Civil War quest line would be really cool. More Dalaran people.
What do you require?
Sorry, I keep getting distracted every time I turn in these quests. But yeah, some Dalaran Dalaran quests would be really cool. It would be really neat to see. Oh my god, I can't do words today.
What do you require? Trust no one.
Yeah, that would be neat. Some Dalaran quest line, some, you know, up here would be cool. New quests surrounding Dalaran for the Alliance side, maybe like a new hub, a couple more questing hubs, maybe like a zone or two, but not everything about endgame. Like maybe it would be really cool to have some more alternatives to level in. I know it would make the world seem smaller, but maybe a few new zones to level in. Like I think the Elven Civil War idea is a really cool idea. A quest line where through 1 through 20 basically, or 1 through 10, or however you want to do it, you're doing a quest line about the fall of Silvermoon City and how it split between the two factions of the Silver Covenant and the Sun Reavers. I think it'd be pretty neat. And then the Horde get Blood Elves and the Alliance get High Elves. And I think it would be cool to add a leveling dungeon to each zone of the new zones, because that would add 4 zones. You'd realistically want to add a 1 to 10 zone for each race and a 10 to 20. So you already got the Ghostlands, and you've got you've already got Ghostlands and Eversong quoted, but you could add something else for the Alliance, the Lassian Highlands. I'm pretty sure that's like an idea from Turtle WoW, though. I don't know what they would do with that, but you know, something like that, and maybe add a dungeon in there that awards like a cool weapon or something. I don't know. The problem with Classic Plus is you have to be very careful about how it works, how you add stuff, because one of the big problems that all these new expansions to this game have added is people, like, the world feels, every expansion makes the world feel smaller. You know, on paper, the world is much bigger in retail WoW than this game. There's so many more zones to add, to go to. So many more zones that you can go to. But the player count, like, there's no reason to go back to old zones in retail. So, you know, I think the way to do it with a Classic Plus system, if you're going to add new zones, is limit the amount of zones you add. Small zones that are just, you know, maybe you don't use a ton of them. But, like, I think what you do is you add content to existing zones. You know, maybe Silverpine gets a whole new area that's just added on right here. Who knows, right? Like things like that. You don't necessarily have to do that. Maybe you just make Arathi Highlands twice the size. Maybe you just buff the size of certain zones. Like that's always an idea. You know. Maybe Refugee Point for the Alliance gets scaled up into an actual town. You know, and they can increase the size of these areas. It's not like they have to have them a certain way. Right? You know, maybe you expand the bounds of this zone to make it twice the size of it was. Nothing, that's not going to hurt the game or anything. You know, things like that are cool. I think a big thing to do, the biggest thing that Blizzard needs to worry about if they're going to make Classic Plus, like which they've done, essentially, that's what Season of Discovery really is. The biggest thing they need to do and pay attention to, in my opinion, is that they cannot add they can't add flying, and you can't add new hub cities. One of the wildest things in retail WoW is that you go back to Stormwind unless you're playing on a role-playing server like Moonguard or something, which I do have characters on. unless you're on a role-playing server, there is very little reason to go back to the main cities, so no one really does. So if you actually go look, if you go to Stormwind, it's pretty much empty. I cannot believe I leveled and I didn't even notice it. Seems there's someone screaming in the comments about that I leveled. Yeah, the reason I say you can't add flying is, as much as I absolutely love flying, and it's great for retail WoW, flying really shrinks the world because you see less people. There's less random world PvP encounters if you can fly. Like, if those guys could fly, the chance, like, that I killed earlier at, like, whatever level they were, like, the chances of me encountering them were less. So you reduce random encounters, things like that. So I like flying. I mean, I like not having flying in Classic. I like it in retail too. Like having it in retail, it's great. But I don't think it's necessary for Classic. Nor should it be added. I think ground mounts are great. I think new content style would be interesting. Like, we've got raids. We've got dungeons. We got PvP. I love that we have the PvP events. Those are awesome. Love that. I think it would be pretty cool to see PvE events that happen. More of them. We already have some, like when Blackrock Mountain erupts in Searing Gorge. That's pretty cool. Guild Wars 2 does this thing. And I'm not saying that Blizzard, like, Guild Wars 2 is better or anything. I played a lot of MMOs, so I've seen a lot of these ideas, and I think that Blizzard is doing itself a disservice by not taking them. I don't think it's like... I'm not saying just blatantly copy them, but take a look at what they've done and see where their successes lie. And maybe try to figure out how you can make that work for you in a different way, that it has your own twist on it, that is not blatantly copying them. Guild Wars 2 event zones are really fun to level in. Leveling, it's probably my favorite MMO to level up in, is Guild Wars 2. You know, it doesn't play as smoothly as a game like WoW. WoW is just so smooth. But one of the really neat things about Guild Wars 2 leveling is that every zone, they have hearts, so each zone has like a heart, and you complete random objectives throughout the map. They're not random, they're the same every time. And that's how you level up. You fill the hearts. And then there's like vistas and waypoints that you have to find. Like, oh, if you get to this, if you can climb this mountain and get to this peak to see this view, you get a bunch of XP for that. I think that like really kind of makes Guild Wars 2 leveling more interesting, because you're not just doing the same quests over and over again. I mean, there are quests, but you can also go exploring and go climb this mountain to see a nice view. And that gives you a boatload of XP. And there's benefits to 100%ing the zone. You get like a big reward for doing that. I think Blizzard should look into stuff like that. You know, alternative ways to level would be neat. You know, have the quests in the dungeons and the raids, but, you know, give me, you know, oh, go find this specific peak, and you get a boatload of XP. I would call it, they would kind of, in my mind, I think work sort of like a world quest, and they would be dynamic. I think like a dynamic world quest system for Classic, like a similar system. I'm probably freaking everyone out that's like, Blizzard, please don't listen to this guy, he'll ruin our Classic WoW. But no, like a dynamic sort of world quest system in Classic would be really interesting and useful. Like, oh, today in this zone, this is happening. And every zone could have like a different couple of world quests. Basically, I'm saying there should be events, little zone-wide events that happen in almost every single zone. That, like, okay, world bosses. Okay, this is a level 40 world boss, and you can spawn in and attack it, right? And it spawns in Hillsbrad for the Horde or for the Alliance or whatever, or both. Doesn't matter. And you know, every hour on the hour, a new world boss pops up in a new zone. Like, I think something like that would be really beneficial to making Classic Plus healthy and fun. They don't have to do it exactly like that, but dynamic events would be absolutely where it's at for this game. How cool would it be? We're walking around and then a big timer pops up on screen saying the South Shore is sending a raiding party to attack Terran Mill. And players can go join in to protect Terran Mill from the South Shore, or vice versa. And if you participate, you get a reward. If you're like a level 60, obviously you'll get a certain reward. And like, you make it so it's like, if you participate in like the Battle of Hillsbrad or whatever event that I'm thinking of right now, like you could get like a chest, and it could have like potions. Like it would be like getting a chest out in the world. Oh, it's got potions, you know, cloth, trading, crafting materials. It might have a blue, it might have a green. You never know, and it'll give you XP maybe. Just little things like that. I could think of scenarios for every single zone. Like just off the top of my head, like you could do a South Shore versus Terran Mill event that happens right here. Like they clash and they fight. It's a bunch of NPCs. It would mainly be NPCs that would fight. And it doesn't matter who wins or loses, obviously. Like that could be an event where PvP happens too. That's a great PvP thing. You could join in PvP, and just for participating, you get a reward. Dude, these elemental slaves don't want to drop their bindings. I think that would be a really neat idea to add. What's another cool zone that we have that could have a really cool event? Silver Pine would be really fun. You could have the Worgans breaking out of Gilneas and attacking the Sepulchre, and just they could wreak havoc, a war party, and the Horde's got to stop them. Westfall could have assault on the dead mines, or the Defias kind of rise up, and Defias kind of march through with huge numbers of dudes out of the dead mines. Dude, how cool would that be? We see the dead mines plot like come to fruition. Like, I don't know if anyone's aware of what the Dead Mines plot actually is. Like, Van Cleef basically has this giant boat in Dead Mines underground, and his goal, it's covered in guns. His goal is to build this boat and sail it out of Dead Mines and attack Stormwind City and level it, basically. That's pretty nice job. We're done this quest. We're gonna Hearth. That's basically the gist. But it would be really cool to see like that plan happen. The Defias attack Stormwind, and we as players have to defend them. Pretty neat. Anyway, I'm done rambling about what I would love to see in WoW, but it's really cool. Anyway, all right. I am going to wrap it up here. I'm going to turn in these quests to this guy and this guy, and then we're going to call it for the time being.
I'm listening. Farewell.
All righty. I'm going to go to Orgrimmar now so I can train, and I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks again for hanging out with me for a little bit and watching the video. If you want to see more, click that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you next time. See you later, everyone.